Hi. Hopefully this works. I'll wait till I get some people in here. Obviously, you can't see me, just my hand. It's going to be a Lego building stream, so I've got to get my frame set up, but I want to make sure at least one person is here and can hear me. Lego Saga When. Hey, Doge from the Discord. Can you hear me? Can you see everything just fine? Just making sure on that first. Hi, Shook. If someone could tell me they can hear me, I'd appreciate it. Just waiting on confirmation from the peoples. We can see and hear everything good. Cool. All right, so let's get the frame set up. We're building Lego Grogu set. Let's see, what is this, like, 1,000 some odd pieces for 10-year-olds and above, so none of you kids watching try this. I might be adjusting the frame in a minute here. I don't know, because obviously the box isn't going to be the top of the frame and stuff. But yeah, this is tougher to open than I expected. So let's see how we do here. How's the people tonight? How's everyone doing? How's everyone feeling? I got an at mention in the general on Discord. Okay. Who the fuck ats you on Discord to let you know they can hear you in the YouTube thing when there's a live chat right there? I love it here. This is a great time, great place. It's good to be alive. Man, this is not exactly the easiest thing to open. Doge, you're a fool and a coward, and you should feel bad about yourself. I said it. Okay, so we got a lot of bags. Bag number 1, 2, 7, 3, 6, 4, 5, 8, and then the instructions. Okay. So let's get the box off the table. Did mine with my hands all the time. It took me years to do Legos. I mean, not really. Guess I'll put all the bags down there. I'm gonna hope that they go in consecutive order for the build, because that'll make life easy for me. But we'll see. If only I could be so lucky. All right. I got this guy for Christmas, and I just haven't had time to do anything. But I've mostly just been a fucking TV brain for the last couple weeks. Not really doing much besides watching television. Good television for the most part, but television nonetheless. So, this seemed like a good idea to do something kind of relaxing, kind of fun, kind of ASMR-y. So that'll be nice, right? That'll be fun. Got an audience of 1, so that's neat. Oh, if no one comes, no one comments. Don't think Doctor Who counts as good TV. Why not? It's better than most American television. Like, I've been mocking the shit out of Stephen Moffat, and I do have legitimate criticisms of him and his writing. But I'd still watch fucking regular Doctor Who over, or Moffat Doctor Who over goddamn half of American television. Like Moffat, I get frustrated with Moffat because he's such a good writer, but I can tell when he's really struggling or he's not making stuff come together. All right, there we go. I built Lego Baby Yoda. I hope I hope you're proud of me. Hope you're impressed. Time that for a speed build, ladies and gentlemen, because goddamn am I good. Just set him over there. Yeah, speed build over. I don't know why. I guess I just had a lot of extra parts this time around, guys. Oh, Technic bricks. The problem with Technic bricks is always that they, like, you gotta, as far as instructions go, you gotta do a lot of counting because it can be really easy to get one off. How many studs on top here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is the right size piece. Yep, stream's over, folks. Stream is over. No reason to do any other streaming. Try to make sure you guys can see me, but unfortunately my hands are going to be in the way for a lot of this. Let's do a little bit of a camera adjustment. Give you some more height so you're not dead on with me. Chuck, you're like saying Doctor Who is bad TV because it's British, but then doesn't that make Dragon Ball DC British? It's made by a Brit, so therefore Dragon Ball DC is bad. Fucking owned. It's over. I just destroyed that entire series, man. Who would have guessed? I do like this. They've got, for some of these bigger pieces, they do a 1-to-1 scale outline for you. That's nice of them. The British are coming. So, okay. There's the piece so far. Hey, go do that. Okay. We're doing the little studs. And I've never done a lot of Technic stuff. I do have a bit of a guilty pleasure to liking the stuff that's a little more youth focused as opposed to like the idea of the complete adult level sets. Though this is still pretty neat. I remember my brother and we had a figure like this that was all Technic bricks, and it was one of the droid troopers from Phantom Menace. I think my brother mostly built that because I was still really young for it. So I need to do this piece twice. I was still really young for it, but I do remember thinking that guy was always kind of cool, but it's just, I don't know, they're so complicated. And I guess if you're just displaying them on a shelf, like I end up doing with 90% of my stuff, it's not that big a deal. It's just, I don't know, the distinction, the levels of complexity go up. My brother-in-law got me a Vegeta model that was like kind of, was kind of like Gundams where they're plastic and you gotta snip the bits off and they all like kind of piece together and part out and stuff. It was like that. And I just always, like, I had fun building it, but it's just so much more hard work and time, and I guess that's kind of the point. But I don't know, something about the simplicity of the mass market Legos is what really appeals to me. It's simple, it's cool, it's fun. It's just a good time. I guess I'm just a kid at heart. My brain not big enough for adult modeling. Technic is pretty fun. I always enjoyed the Bionicles that were CCBS Technic mix. Bionicles are really cool. I had a lot of the early Bionicles because I was still like desperately holding on to being a youth, even though they started when I was like 11 or so, 10 or 11. So I was kind of like right at the edge of the market for them. Bionicle was neat because like the premise of that was basically Lego doing action figures because Legos are great, but you drop them and they fall into a million pieces. 3 holes above. You drop them and they fall into a million pieces right away. And so Bionicle was kind of the answer to that of, all right, but what if it was Lego brand and you still built it and got that experience, but it was like strong enough to stay together and strong enough to actually be, played with properly, for what kids tend to normally do. That's interesting. And so I always appreciated that about them. That made them a lot of fun. But I don't know. The way that they got more and more complicated and kind of eliminated the initial premise of them did start to bother me, and of course I was aging out of it too, so that didn't help things. Remember those Bionicle superhero figures? I actually had one of those. I had a Joker one of those that I got as a gift when I was like 20 or something. I know there was a Green Lantern one, and that's one of 2 Green Lantern Lego sets that they've released. But I never got the Green Lantern one. I did get the Joker one as a present, just as like a fun thing, because I've never really gotten over Legos per se. And I don't know, those are kind of a weird idea. I don't like the idea of Lego superhero action figures because it's just weird, because I know the Joker isn't someone who is built. That being said, I do have something that's kind of in that line, since we're on Star Wars themed. I did have something that was kind of in that line, and this guy is so damn big that he's not even in frame. There now. Wait, net General Kenobi. So yeah, there we go. I got a Grievous. You can chill back here, I guess, and just be part of the Star Wars family for right now. So yeah, those are cool. Those are fun. Yeah, I got that guy a couple of years back for a Christmas present from my mom. That's what I like. It's funny. I never really got to the point where I asked for anything for Christmas besides fucking Legos, man. Hero Factory was a cool way to continue what Bionicle started. Was Hero Factory the name for like the Bionicle Joker and such, or is that like, was that just the different like rebrand of Bionicle? Because that's what I always thought it was. By the time Hero Factory launched, I was like already working and stuff, so I think I only really saw those come into when I was working at Goodwill. But I don't know. I don't know enough about it. My cousin had one, then I stole it from him. The Bionicles? Or the superhero Bionicles? Or the Hero Factory? What did you steal, Shook? Why would you do that? CCBS type Legos. What's CCBS mean? I'm not sure I understand that acronym. Star Wars ones? I don't know. I'm having trouble following too many conversations and trying to build Legos at the same time. My brain don't work like that. CCBS. Sounds like a fucking child protection services or some shit. It's so funny talking to the ball and joint ones that like your General Grievous is a CCBS. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's just like, I remember from what I saw of Hero Factory, they were just so breakable. Like, in all fairness, Grievous here is actually pretty tough. Like, and I don't have much desk space to work with, and I don't want to wake up my daughter, but like, that's pretty good. That they don't shatter, they don't move or anything. But I remember Hero Factory coming into Goodwill, and it was just in pieces in the bottom of a cart, and or sometimes just in pieces that you'd be taken out of carts. And like, certainly we weren't gentle with the stuff that got donated all the time, but just, man, I don't think that would have ever happened with a Bionicle. I had literal, like, the plastic parts of the balls and joints and stuff would break, shatter in half, like the mold would break before the parts would come apart, you know? So I never understood the way that Bionicle just became too complicated, in my opinion. So I'm kind of glad I got out after wave 2 or 3 of it. It's hard to say. It was funny because my dad spoiled me rotten, and he basically gave me like way too big of an allowance, honestly, for the age. You know how much you can stretch $20 when you're like 10? That's like fucking infinite money at that point. And so I'd get that, and I wouldn't stretch it too far, apparently, but I'd get that, and I'd go fucking buy 2 Bionicles at a time every other week when I saw him. And then, so they're like $8 per Bionicle, and so I'd buy 2 at a time, spend $16, and spend the rest of them fucking like candy or whatever. And it just got to be like ridiculous how much I ended up spending like that. And because of how long it would take me to get back up there and spend the money again, and get back up there and spend the money again, I ended up not getting all of the line until the line was over and ready to reboot, which is, I think, exactly what they wanted, of course. But yeah, it's funny. It's funny stuff. It's funny how it all works out. Getting Bionicle, man. Getting Bionicles. Well, I got 3 people. Hello, third person that's not in chat. How are you doing today? Are you going to join the chat? Are you gonna come in and ask questions? For what it's worth, folks, we don't just have to talk about Legos. I mean, I can probably do that for entirely too long for someone who's 31 years old, but we can talk about other stuff too. It's fine. Whatever you want to ask about. I know I obviously mentioned this in the Discord that I was going live. If you guys want to ask Dragon Ball DC related questions, I can answer those too. If you just want to ask about how things are going in my life, I'd be happy to talk about that. You want to talk? We can talk. I can do that. What are your opinions on the world, Ian? I haven't done a stream in fucking forever on this channel. Had to quit shortly before Leah was born, and then just have not had the time since. So this is a fun little opportunity for me. How are you guys? How's everybody? Is there anyone watching this stream right now that is like, what the heck happened to comic reviews? Probably not. I don't know. It's hard to say. It was never that popular. Now was it? I miss doing that, though. I'm terribly behind in comics now. I can barely keep up with the 3 or 4 books I am getting. It's just hard to find the time to read them anymore. Like, that was kind of the benefit of doing comic reviews, is it just gave me a really good excuse to keep current on my pull list, to just keep it going. And I kind of miss being current, but I definitely don't have the time every Wednesday to get home, read a bunch of books, and then stream for an hour or two talking about them. Unfortunately, that's just maybe another 16 years or so. I can do that again, but that is a fucking long way out. Yes, that was the right side to do that with. Okay. What inspired you to use Livewire and bombshells? Well, I screwed up. One of the things I really got excited about when we decided to start doing the bombshell storyline is I really liked the idea of continuing that series. So beyond the fact that they're Saiyans in DC, of course, kind of the challenge I presented myself with writing the Bombshells arc was to do it in a way that it could fit in the continuity of the series proper, of the original comic run. Because I still think that book ended entirely too early. So I tried to write it as truly inspired by DC Bombshells as it could be, to the point where it could even fit and go hand in hand with Margaret Bennett's story, especially given the fact that there is a massive time skip at the end of that series, because as sad as I am that it ended early, at least it got the chance to write its ending. And so everything I wanted to do was I wanted to do that story without contradicting that ending as best I could. Again, beyond the fact that there are Saiyans in it. So to think on those lines, I was like, all right, so the fun thing to do would be original villains, or not original, obviously, but villains that were not in the series. And Livewire, who is probably, or at least arguably, right, Superman's most recognizable and biggest female villain. Because I guess, who else you got? You got Maxima. Obviously, Bruce Timm created Vulcana, along with Livewire for the animated series. Hilarious that Livewire was created for the animated series, and yet she's got such a pretty iconic level of imagery and stuff, I think. So, yeah, but so you created you've got Livewire there, and she never appears in Bombshells. She doesn't even have a design in the Bombshells universe. There's plenty of characters that only show up for like a cameo or something because they released a statue of them or whatever. But Bennett just never got around to getting the chance to use them. And so I think it's just a cool opportunity to get to do a fully original design for Livewire, get to do a completely original take for Livewire. Obviously it's a known character. It's not like I'm using fucking, I don't know, who's a fucking random bullshit character that no one's ever heard of. I guess a random bullshit character that no one's ever heard of is fucking Red Cloud. Red Mist, whatever it is. See, I don't even fucking know her name. And I liked writing her. She was a fun character to write as well, but she's not really like she shows up and you're like, oh shit, kind of thing. She's not like a known entity in any real regard. So she was fun as like a one-off just to show up, but like Livewire's got that name recognition, that power. She's a Superman villain. We've had, obviously in the main timeline, kind of Goku's taken over a lot of Superman's rogues gallery. But even though we'd already used Livewire within the main universe, she just has like a brief cameo appearance. It's just like a small thing because we needed someone to just be there for a Vegeta moment, but we've never had an interaction with Livewire and Kakarot, and so it just created the chance to do a really fresh take. And even if we did, we could still do this take because obviously alternate realities and stuff are subject to different levels of power and different levels of notoriety for the characters. The ability to focus on female characters in the Bombshells universe is vast compared to what you can do with them in main universe stuff. So yeah, just a lot of cool reasons, a lot of fun things to be able to focus on by using Livewire. A lot of good reasons to use that character. That and what she's known for, what she like starts out as, is this anti-Superman, personality. Creates a good opportunity to get some cool stuff done with her as well. Do you want me to use? Yeah, these are full bricks. Okay. Get some cool stuff done with her as well in that regard, and get to play into some of the problems of the time, the bigotries of the time, and just do the propaganda master. But I've got two people here, so I guess you're the special ones. You get the exclusive DBDC Bombshells finale spoilers. One of the cool details that Livewire is going to reveal in the next episode is she actually works directly for Himmler, who was Hitler's what was he exactly? Secretary or Himmler was the one in charge of the propaganda. Himmler was the one like producing Nazi propaganda films and stuff for like taking the fighters in the war on the Nazi side and glorifying them and making movies about them as the war was going on. So to get that reveal is going to be a cool thing, that she's going to be working directly for or as an agent of Himmler in particular. I think is a fun little thing to get to add into her character and part of her whole propaganda hate speech shtick. But enough about Nazis. Thanks for the question. That was a lot of fun. Shook says, I leave the chat and we start talking about Hitler. Well, that's how the internet works. Have you not been here long enough? Do you not know how that this is how things work? You're on the internet for long enough. Eventually someone brings up Hitler. Funny enough, I remember one night I was talking with Alfie and we were looking through trying to find renders of characters and stuff. And I found this artist on DeviantArt who posts a lot of images of characters and with transparent backgrounds and stuff. And I don't know if they made or they found or whatever, but there was an anime looking Hitler. Just straight up 100% it was Hitler, but it was it was drawn in a very like anime style. And I was like, oh, well, if I need that for Bombshells, here we have it. It's just so funny to have like exactly that thing present. You guys, there we go. How's everyone else doing? We're back to 3. I have no idea who's here. We keep getting a third that comes in and out, I suppose. Oh, and I got another Discord at. Who's atting me? I want to mean that's not much for cat. People criticizing my comic covers. Bastards. That's okay. They can criticize. They can criticize. They never gonna be me though. They go make your own Dragon Ball DC comic covers with hookers and blackjack. Forget about the Dragon Ball DC comic covers. Anyway, what else going on in the world? Well, I'm almost done with bag one. We're making progress. Should be interesting. Okay, these guys next. Lego instructions are honestly a thing of beauty. It's so impressive how well they work. Hundreds of languages. Lego instructions translate to all of them. I guess for anyone that, except for Braille. Thanks, Doge. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for asking questions. It was fun chatting with you. Thanks for watching. Had a good time. Alrighty. We continue on. The extra pieces exist. Smaller Grogu, you hold on to the extra pieces. I might end up here with a fucking Lego build where I end up with like 3 people by the end of this. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Or maybe less. Maybe I'll just be building on my own, which is okay. I've done worse. Here. ASMR. This is now an ASMR channel. I'm sorry, I mean, this is now an ASMR channel. I hate my life. Anyway, what else going on in the world? What else can I talk about? I don't know. I guess I don't feel much need to be entertaining. I'm probably not even going to leave this stream up in public format or something. Who knows, though? Who knows? Not I. I know nothing. Okay. No. This is interesting. It's very non-symmetrical, which I'm not used to with Lego. Used to like, okay, you do it on one side, you mirror it on the other. But apparently not. Which I guess makes sense since this is supposed to be like his robe or whatever you call it. So I guess the intent is to make it a bit all over the place and looking kind of just like folds and fabric and stuff. And the little black bead. Okay. So this guy just goes straight down the middle. Okay. Right there. Easy enough. One watching. Well, aren't I just special? I don't bring in the crowds like I used to. Also, probably doesn't help that I did this completely impromptu and didn't make a message to anybody. Yo. It's almost like I'm not a competent YouTuber or something. Me? No way. Couldn't be. Then who? YouTube chat needs to install something for those of us that are horribly underperformers. And that's like a message ping sound for when you don't have a lot of viewers. And so it only pings a message when you've not gotten one in like 2 or 3 minutes or something. Because I'm going to have to keep looking back over there at the thing to make sure I'm not ignoring any messages that may or may not come in. But it doesn't appear too many people are terribly interested in this. What do you know? Another Geeks for Fun thing that no one gives a damn about. No one gives a fuck, not a single fuck, not a single solitary fuck. Oh, well. I bet if it were a Lego Goku, people would be here. Oh. Could probably use some music. Not that you guys will be able to hear it, but that's okay. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Let's try to have me cover up that thing. Okay, let's find some music to just listen to lightly in the background here. Weekend Jazz live streaming. That'll work. Okay. Don't know how big I need this one to be. I guess this is just like the philosophy now of a lot of the building that Lego does. It's just trying to make things look as like layered and kind of dynamic in that way. I guess not just the company, especially fans. I see some really cool like builds that fans do where they just have pieces everywhere to try to create that sense of like drapery and fabric and just all kinds of craziness. Because this piece right here on the front of him is what I'm building right now. And so you can just kind of see how all the blocks kind of come together and being placed in all odds and ends is just intended to create that look of fabric and loose fabric that's all like folded over itself and kind of hanging and draping, which is cool. It's not necessarily the thing I'm most used to. I guess I got the headphones and I'm doing light music too, right next to the microphone. So you guys are probably hearing that. There you go. Fucking smooth jazz on a Saturday night. My idea of a good time. Where's this piece supposed to go? Just directly on there? I should have done this in the Discord. I probably would have had more conversation going. Oh well. When What If Skynet and DB? Alpha and I talked about that. I thought it was like, maybe you could do something with Jiro and the androids. And he's like, no, that's stupid. It's Jiro and the androids. I'm like, yeah, but like, fucking the views though. I mean, I might. I don't know. I've got 3 people here now, apparently, but no one's saying a goddamn thing in chat besides fucking Shook. So I guess it looks lower than it actually is. Alfie is stupid. I know he's stupid. He fucking worships the ground Stephen Moffat walks on, like, just outrageously. Is unable to. Like, it's so wholesome to me that Alfie is completely incapable of finding fault or admitting error in the hands of those he's influenced by. He is just so like dedicated. It's adorable. In all honesty, because I'm just like, man, it's not this. Like you can just admit this was done poorly without like excusing it. He's like an apologist for Stephen Moffat and fucking same with Toriyama. Just anything Toriyama does, not even wrong, just anything Toriyama does, there's got to be like a reason for it. It's got to be okay because of this, that, and the other. And I'm just like, dude, it can just be like a weird thing that the guy has. It doesn't have to be like perfectly excused and like laid bare for people to see. It's just like these, I don't know, it's an idiosyncrasy, I guess. It's just funny. I'm so blown away by just how like vehemently he goes after or he jumps to defend anything at all. What am I supposed to do with this piece? Was it just one of those? Oh, okay, it was just one. My bad. Alright, so that step's done. Yeah, Russ says, you tell his ass he choose women over building an alien baby. I've got women. Haley and I have been doing stuff all week. Mostly watching Doctor Who, but hey, we played Among Us last night with some people from work. I don't know if I'm bad at it or not. I just kept getting voted off when I didn't do anything. I never even got to be the imposter once. All I did was get voted off and murdered. So I don't know if that makes me bad at Among Us, but just was like, okay, I guess I get it now. But she had a good time, and that was the important part. It was just nice to have something to do that's not come home, watch TV. It's easy, very, very easy to kind of fall into the trap of just doing that every night after work and stuff, especially with the kids, just really exhausting days. So it's good to try to find other outlets, other things to do. Mm-hmm. played a like off-brand, I guess, Among Us with Alfie and Aaron and a couple other folks one night that they knew. It was okay. Just ended up getting me and Alfie both ejected from the ship, even though neither of us were the imposter in the situation. So that was pretty fucking funny. I just kind of went off on him and said like all kinds of shit about fucking all the lies he told and the fact that he couldn't be trusted. That was pretty funny. It was just the two of us just dying out in space, and like the fucking text comes up. Neither of them were the imposter. I was like, of course, this is the only thing that could happen in this situation. Like, I don't really care if I win or lose. I just want to take someone with me, and I was getting annoyed that I didn't take a single person with me. I just kept getting ejected, fucking bullshit reasons. Which I don't know, it was also kind of fun to just be salty for saltiness' sake over that too. That was kind of a little enjoyable. That sounds like a podcast. But just Alfie and I playing fucking Among Us with people. I don't know, maybe. It's hard not to like knee jerk and turn all those things into shows. Because kind of the thing I would like to do is just be able to do it and record it and have fun. But then, like, the second you do that, you gotta start questioning whether it's like clickable and whether it has any legs to stand on in that regard. It just becomes a whole fucking mess. Because I kind of wanted to do that with Comic Book Club. I wanted to bring Comic Book Club back from my channel and do it on Geeks for Fun, but it is absolutely remarkable how little interest people have in comic book content on Geeks for Fun. We can do practically nothing just comic related. It has to be Dragon Ball related. And you would really, really think that our audience, the people that like our videos, would at least have a passing interest in comics, but no. They just want to know which DC character Goku would fuck, I guess. That's pretty much it, man. It's painful. People can't read. No, you're right. It's frustrating. Oh, we got it already. Okay. Mm-hmm. This is a neat gift, though. This is kind of the Lego set that like I'd never buy myself, but it's just fun to have and build. So this is nice. I gotta call my mom and say thanks. She's good, mama. I recommend my mom. If anyone here needs to have a mom, I recommend mine. She's nice. Getting closer to the end of bag 3. I think I'm about 2/3 of the or not bag 3, bag 2. I think I'm about 2/3 of the way through it. Yay. Okay. Oof, this is getting hard to tell what the hell I'm supposed to do. I gotta thank whoever put this fucking red outline on these pictures, because, man, this is difficult to tell what's going on. Just enjoying the music at this rate. Alrighty, I'll do it. It's amazing to me how little is attaching this piece right here right now. It's just got practically nothing. I figured they'd want to reinforce those more. It's kind of what I always end up doing when I do custom creations of Lego. I just end up spending a lot of, I guess, resources doing reinforcements because I like things to not fall apart. Not that I'm throwing them off balconies or whatever, but, you know, it's nice when it doesn't break. Aside from Grogu, any other Lego sets you got recently? No, I can't. Lego's a very expensive hobby. I can't afford to get it too often. At least not and feel good about myself. So no, I think I got. No, none of that's recent. That's all pretty old by this rate. Mostly I've just been collecting minifigs lately, and even then, not technically Lego, because a lot of Chinese sellers on eBay are producing generic figs that are compatible with Lego, based entirely on the Lego designs that you can't get anymore, or just Lego has never actively released. They've only released digital designs for. Like there's a comic book version of Black Panther in a Lego design, and you just straight can't get that. Lego's, at least last I checked, Lego had never actually made it in a set. It was just a design that they made for one of the video games. And I guess that's their prerogative to do that. It's their company. They can do whatever they want. But to me, it's like, well, shit, man. I want that. You know, like, fucking A. Did I miss a step somewhere? I feel like I maybe did. It's really hard to tell now that I've added so much on top of things. definitely some missing piece somewhere along the way here. Where did it come into play? Must remember to use the brick separator. Oh, wrong piece, right there. The number of broken fingernails and toothpiece Legos I could have saved myself. Crap. Now I lost a piece. Down on the floor. Shit, where'd it go? We will return to regularly scheduled programming. Okay, there. Lost another piece earlier, apparently. That's nice. Just felt some Legos behind me. Damn it, I need this piece. Or no, did I just knock one down? Apparently I did. Okay. Well, that works. I'll take it. It's a win in my book, Captain. Yeah, but anyway, like I was saying, it's just like it's frustrating that Legos release designs for characters that they haven't actually made minifigs of, so can't really blame the Chinese knockoff companies from doing it. The most frustrating aspect about that, though, is that Chinese knockoff companies haven't made characters for the ones that I really, really want, because for Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham, they made a Larfleeze Lego design. And it's actually a pretty good one. But no fucking luck on the aftermarket. No one's making it. Not even like the people are making like fan-made Lego designs that just do not exist for certain comic book characters, especially in the Green Lantern community, or Green Lantern character sphere, and they're not like producing sets of them or figs of them from Lego, but the fans are making them, like making plastic molds and everything for like Bleeze and White Lantern Kyle Rayner and shit, and they still don't have a goddamn Larfleeze Lego. They keep my boy down, man. I'm pissed. I'm mad as hell, and I can't take it anymore. It's not right. Larfleeze deserves his own Lego, whether that be from the company or from the fan base. He deserves both. But unfortunately, I even contacted someone that does like custom Lego figs. I'm like, hey, what would I have to do to get you to make a Larfleeze one for me? And they're like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. And I'm like, really? Fucking shit. Just make the head. I'll take the rest. I can deal with the rest. Just make me the fucking head mold, man. I've got something that I've cobbled together, but it's not the same. He doesn't have the dorky energy. He's just kind of got like a scary face energy. At this rate, I think I just am the biggest Larfleeze fan on the internet, and that's kind of a problem. But what are they going to do, huh? What are they going to do to stop me? All right. I'm forgetting something. Okay. All good. Bum, 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 bum. 2 viewers again. Go me. You know, it's funny. Some of my Lego videos have actually done considerably well on my channel. gotten comments, lots of views on them. But no real, like, success from it. I don't get a lot of people commenting, oh, do another one, or oh man, I really miss these videos, please do more. Story of my life, I guess. It really is becoming the story of my life. I've been doing YouTube for a really fucking long time, and it's weird because I don't really think about it like I have. But yeah, I've been on fucking YouTube since like 2010, 2009 to one degree or another. Started off with cringy fucking shit. But here we are. We just keep going. Just keep doing it. These guys. I think this is the bottom of his like pants. General Grievous' foot caused me problems. Sorry, not professional. Getting tired. I'm an old man. It's 9:30. It's past my bedtime. Not really. I stay up pretty late a lot of the time. Not as often as I used to, though. Children are exhausting, man. She wanted me and me only today. But I shouldn't complain. It's a great feeling, honestly. Sometimes you just want to sit down, watch TV, watch something. You admit to being old. Bitch, I've been admitting to being old. I'm the oldest person you know, probably. Been waiting to get a call from the goddamn government, like, why are you talking to this minor? I don't know, he watches my YouTube videos like some kind of dumbass. Doesn't he know no one watches my shit? It's okay. Maybe when GL fans start eating, we'll get Larfleeze. Well, I mean, that'd be nice, but fucking goddamn, that's gonna take some time. Because you gotta wait for at least the series to come out, and then, even then, the series probably ain't gonna do Larfleeze right off the bat. Even the Green Lantern animated series didn't do Larfleeze till season 1, part 2, basically season 2. I basically considered Green Lantern the animated series to have been a 2-season show. Just short seasons, I guess, technically, but still, it's so not actually one full season in any real regard. It's 2 completely separate storylines. Just like the bare bones to connect them. It's got like a status quo reset and everything. I'm on step 66. There's a lot of this book left to go. Okay. Recently I watched the little animated movie they made about like the origins of the Lego company. It was kind of fun. I knew a little bit about the history, but they went pretty far in depth to it, which is cool. Whew. Lots and lots of Legos, man. Yeah, the fucking animated movie was pretty good. Man, I'm an hour in. Still nothing. No, we've been trying. I don't know if I'm going to finish this tonight or not, but I've definitely got a decent start on it. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. I'm 2 bags in of an 8-bag set. And I got the front skirt piece finished. Pretty sure this is going to be the last one. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, so it goes like that. The use of this is basically a facade. It's something I find pretty impressive, but I don't know. That honestly kind of terrifies me just a little bit, that it's so easy to just break this thing right off. It's got strong connections, certainly. That didn't happen like nothing, but at the same time, that's like just barely on there to me. The fact that it's so modular, it comes off so easily. I guess I'm just a big old fraidy cat. Jesus, that's scary. You'd think like just one brick somewhere to make sure it's like a really solid tube connection. Sugar Mass worried because of Leah? Not really. Like she doesn't even come in here hardly ever. It's just it takes so little, like little fall off a shelf or move it just the wrong way. I guess I'm just still got like flashbacks to just being a kid and kind of destroying my brother's stuff and, accidentally breaking my own stuff and having my cousin come over and break more stuff. The fragile nature of Lego is something I am intimately familiar with. So I just I'm always aware of how easy a set is to destroy. That's something I keep a close eye on and monitor, and just the fact that whole section that I just spent, probably a good half hour on making can come off, and then it's all just flourish and texture basically is a little like but it does look pretty neat. I'm not gonna lie. Tis the artistry of it all, I suppose. Is that a fucking sitar? Nah, it's not a sitar. Fucking sitars are like cool for about 2 seconds and then incredibly annoying. Yeah, the idea of this one is just to create texture and variation, which looks really cool, but I do think it's a bit tedious to build, unfortunately. Not really figuring stuff out, not really got cool dynamic functions. It's just all kind of pieces and parts together, just to create cool raised looks and stuff, which is certainly worthwhile. Don't want to feel like I'm downplaying it, but it is a bit tedious, unfortunately. I think I skipped a step. No, I didn't. Okay. It's funny, Haley really ended up liking Among Us. She played it a bunch today, and she kept playing it last night after I left the game because I just wasn't really feeling it super hard. She ended up avenging me, though, and getting him back for all the horrific murders of her husband, because she got to play the imposter twice in a row and she ended up winning both times. So that was a good feeling. They didn't suspect her. They didn't know she was going to come for him. Girl boss. I guess. I'm not sure what the fuck that phrase means. You know what was a fucking weird movie? The Cruella movie. That made Cruella DeVille into a girl boss. I went into that and I was like, this can be awful. And I ended up liking parts of it more than I thought I would, but it was still a fucking weird trip of a fucking movie. Oh. Yeah. Trying to keep you guys watching in mind, all two of you. My younger cousin loves Cruella, so now I call her Puppet Killer. I mean, like, that's the thing, right? It's so weird because it ends up setting up, like, actually being a prequel to the original 101 Dalmatians film, which in my mind makes it even, like, worse because it's just like, well, shit. So she just goes off to be the, like, literal villain of an actually decent movie. Not that I think fucking 101 Dalmatians is all that good. It's been years since I've seen it, but it's, like, pretty forgettable in my mind. It's just like a weird premise to make into a movie, to keep doing sympathetic villain movies for the Disney villains, especially with Cruella de Vil of all people. If you want a good time, you should watch Twisted, the musical. Twisted, the untold story of a royal vizier by Team Starkid. We did a Geeky Gentleman episode on that. And it's a musical. It's about 2 hours. It's all on YouTube for free, though. And it's just Aladdin from Jafar's perspective. And one of my favorite jokes in the entire thing is he gets a scene where he's like talking with all the Disney villains, and it turns out they all have like secretly sympathetic motivations for why they did what they did. And then fucking Cruella de Vil just comes out of the corner. She's like, I only wanted a coat made out of puppies. And all of them just look at her. He's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And it's just the fact that like Disney made a movie with that as the premise. Is like, yeah, the one who wanted to make a coat out of puppies, she's gonna be our sympathetic villain movie. Is really, really amusing. Oh God, I remember watching Maleficent too. That was a fucking trash film. Oh my God. It's like, yeah, well they made her origin like rape survivor. I'm like, it's fucking Sleeping Beauty, y'all. Like this is too deep. This is not the move. Like I don't know what you're thinking. She's the bad guy of the movie. She's the mean one. She turns into a dragon. It's not a good time. Like, why'd you make that a thing? But then they try to make her all like sympathetic by giving her this weird origin. I'm just like, it's not the move, bro. I don't think that's not the play. I think this goes right on the end here. It's supposed to have distance. What am I doing? I feel like I did something wrong now. That can't be right. Supposed to extend it to have that piece there. I'm supposed to have. Really? I'm putting that on top of another piece like that? That doesn't feel right at all, but okay, I guess. Ooh. Yeah. She says favorite Disney princess. I don't know. I don't really like those movies like that, I guess. I like Aladdin, so I guess Jasmine by default. For what that's worth. I like Tarzan too, but Jane doesn't particularly hit for me. I'm the weird one, I guess. I like the Disney movies for all the boy characters or whatever. My wife's is Ariel, and so I've grown to, I guess, appreciate that character a little bit more. Alright, this is just bugging me, the fact that there's nothing under that. So I'm going to take one of these extra pieces and put that there, because, like, it's one thing when they do it earlier. It's like, that's just, there's nothing holding that. Okay. It's because I was doing it wrong? I just put it on wrong? Is that the problem the whole time? Undo 3 things to get to one piece that shouldn't have been there in the first place. Way to go, Ian. My goodness. Got it. You weren't supposed to be there. You were there. Fuck, I fucked up so much doing that. Oops. I think it's like that. And this piece is supposed to be like this. Is the wife a fan of Legos? Not particularly. Which is okay. She knows that I like them. That's the important part, I guess. So confused. Okay. Going to one end that way. Oh, if I face this the same direction. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. Okay. I think that's right. That looks right. Okay. Let's hope that's right. I guess it's all just decoration at this point, so it doesn't really matter. Oof. 3 people again. Still only 1 person talking. For shame, for shame, for shame. Just me rambling tonight. Just fucking rambling tonight. Fucking up. No idea what I'm doing. I'm not a professional Lego builder. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna make this up? I'm embarrassing myself on in front of millions of people. By millions, I mean 3, mostly 1. Shook, I think it just became my favorite for sticking with me. So that's nice of you. I guess technically I could almost do anything with half of these pieces. Shook, most importantly. Yes, Shook is the most important one. Shook just got to fucking rank up when I'm bored now. Yeah. I'm going to end the YouTube stream of this and just go do this on Discord because it's getting kind of boring not being able to really talk with anyone. Maybe I'll get more bites, more fun on Discord. See you, folks.